It's the moment you've been waiting for.
Today we are talking about the newly refreshed Platinum card from American Express.
We've got the scoop on the new benefits, new annual fee, and even a new look.
To help you decide if this $895 card should be in your wallet.
Hey, I'm Chris. Welcome to the Upgraded Points Podcast.
And I'm Katie, and today we are talking about the Amex Platinum card, and I'm so excited for this conversation. We are also going to hear from Chris, who just went to Halloween Horror Nights at Universal. I have an update on my continuing saga with finding points flights to Thailand, and we have a great reader question about the Southwest Companion Pass. Before we get to that, we would love it if you liked and subscribed wherever you're watching or listening to this podcast. And if you have questions or comments for the show, you can reach us at podcast@upgradedpoints.com. Chris, how was Halloween Horror Nights? I've never been. Well, what's it like?
It was awful. Just kidding. It was amazing.
In a good way.
Yeah, it was
gruesomely
awful.
awful.
It was disgusting. It smelled. I got wet. But it was so much fun, and I really want to go back. For those who are not familiar, Universal has this extra event at nights during the fall. Halloween Horror Nights in Orlando. They also have it in Hollywood. There's a new one in Vegas and Singapore. There are a few locations, but I went to the one in Orlando, and I was there for opening night. And there are 10 themed haunted houses, and then 4 scare zones throughout the park, specialty food, and it's just a really well done event. And I don't like scary movies. I don't like jump scares, so I didn't think I was going to like it as much as I did. This is the second time I've been, and I liked it even more. But some of the houses, like the Terrifier house or the Jason house, these houses really scared me, and they were disgusting things. I shared on my personal stories, but like I didn't even share some stuff because it was so gross. But
now, is this suitable for kids too, or is it really more for adults? Because it sounds kind of terrifying.
Yeah. It is not really geared towards kids. Kids, if you want, kids, family friendly, head to Disney, where they have Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween. But this one is recommended for kids 12 and over. They will, if you come with a younger kid, they're not going to turn you away. I've saw younger kids there. It's really up to the parents. And this year they actually have a little necklace that says, Deathly Afraid. So you won't get as many jump scares if you're not a big fan of horror movies. But no, it is definitely geared towards adults, and it's just really well done.
And did you wear the Deathly Afraid necklace?
No, it's an extra $20 as well.
Okay.
You got to pay. You got to pay to get in, and then pay not to be scared. So that doesn't really make sense. But this event it's really cool. It starts in the evening, so the park shuts down around 5 or 6, and then it starts going until I think it goes till 2 a.m. And there are some select rides open as well, so you can go and enjoy the park. Go on some really cool rides with no lines because everyone's in line for the haunted houses. And then just see the park in a different light, and it's a really cool experience. So if anyone is, interested in Halloween and jump scares, this kind of stuff, this is the event to check out.
Yeah, sounds like a lot of fun. I've never been, so maybe next time. But I might have to spring for the necklace because I don't love haunted houses. We'll see.
We'll see. It's not for everyone.
Okay, well, I have been feverishly searching for flights for the last couple weeks. A couple episodes ago, I told you about my plans for going to Thailand, and we had a reader question about that, and so we discussed that. And I wanted to give you an update. I have actually booked flights, and all I have to say is Alaska Airlines, Atmos Rewards for the win.
Okay.
If you remember, I transferred almost 500,000 points from Amex back to Hawaiian back when you could do that, and then to Alaska. And I've almost used all of them. Like, I wish I had transferred even more. Not all for this Thailand stuff, but just I'm finding so many uses for these points. So I booked JFK to Frankfurt to Phuket on Condor Airlines. I had no idea Condor flew to Thailand. And so unfortunately, I couldn't find business class. So this is in premium economy, which I'm a little nervous about because after I booked the flight, I did some research and discovered that Condor Premium Economy is not quite as nice as maybe what I'm thinking premium economy is. I've read a
Yeah, you
couple
just did
reviews.
Virgin, right? Yeah.
Yeah, and I've read a couple of reviews that says it's more like extra legroom seating. So I'm a little worried. I still have alerts set on Rome and Citadero in case I find some business class, but I have zero flexibility, so it's kind of tough. But I booked that for 55,000 Atmos rewards points
That's
and like
awesome.
$100.
And if you do find something else, you can cancel for free, right?
I can. Now, I would lose my partner booking fee, which was really frustrating because if you have the Atmos Summit card, you don't have to pay that partner booking fee. And I did have the Atmos Summit card, but I had not gotten it in the mail yet. So it was one of those, like, I didn't want to wait. So I just paid
How much was it?
$12.50 a
Oh.
person or something. It's not bad.
I think if you find some business class seats, we'll consider that a wash.
Well, I did. On the way home, I found Bangkok to Frankfurt to JFK, again in Condor. Now, we're staying in Phuket, but I found this from Bangkok. And so I'm going to build in an extra day and we're going to spend the night in Bangkok in business class for 85,000 Atmos rewards points and like $140.
And so how did you find these? Were you using a tool or you just right on Alaska?
I was using Seats.aero at the time, and I had a lot of alerts set, and I don't actually think I got an alert for this, but I was looking for something else, and then I kind of found these. So Seats.aero, and I've actually started using Rome for a couple of flights. I'm testing out that tool, are so helpful in finding these. But so if you're looking for flights to Thailand, the person who wrote in a couple weeks ago, check out Alaska Airline or Atmos Rewards, excuse me. Really great program, really great prices. I've been super happy with that. So I'm pleased so far, and I hope I can replace that premium economy with a business. But if I end up in premium economy, I'll survive. It'll be okay.
Yeah. And at least you got the good flight on the way home, so it's something to look forward to as well. I like to do that.
That's kind of what we were thinking too. We'll be excited going out there, and that kind of takes away some of the difficulties of traveling in economy or premium economy. So I'm looking forward to it either way. And I'm excited that we're adding a day in Bangkok now too, which was not part of the original plan because I found, I was searching a couple different places. You have to be flexible when you're searching for these rewards. Yeah. And so now I get a whole day in an extra city. So I'm excited about that.
That's great.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's dive into what we're really talking about this episode. Before we do that, I did want to mention that the Amex Business Platinum card also got some new benefits, an elevated welcome offer. We're not going to dive into that in this episode, but you can check out the show notes and upgradedpoints.com for all of those details.
Yeah, and we've been waiting to record this episode. We knew these details were coming out, and we finally have them. And it's clear to me with this Amex Platinum refresh that Amex wants this card to be top dog in the credit card world. And really, the Platinum card has always been sort of the card. And I think a lot of people have criticized it over the last couple of years. It's kind of like, is it really that good? And wow. I'm really impressed with what they did, and I'm excited to dive into these details. So let's start with some of the basics, Chris. How much is this card going to cost us now?
Yeah, that's the question everyone's been asking. The new annual fee is $895, and that represents a $200 increase from the old fee, and authorized users are $195. So let that sink in. We'll cover all the benefits and whether we think it's worth it, but the new annual fee for the Amex Platinum card is $895. As of right now, recording, there is a welcome offer as high as 175,000 membership reward points after spending $8,000 in 6 months. That is a lot of points, and we love these points, so that is a great deal. The new card also comes with a new mirror design. It's limited edition, but new and existing card holders can get it. So if you have the card already, you can request it. If you're applying for the card, that is the card that will come. And all benefits are live as of September 18th, 2025.
Yeah, and I will say, I love that Amex just has one date. That's the date the card is refreshed.
Yeah.
And all the benefits are live. With the Chase Sapphire refresh, there were 12 different dates you had to remember. So this is kudos to Amex for making this simple.
Somewhat easier. Thank you.
Yes.
All right,
Okay,
Kay, so that's what's new. Is there anything staying the same?
There are a few things. Actually, the news here, I think that everyone really needs to understand is no benefits were removed from this card. So every single benefit that you appreciated on your Amex Platinum on September 17th is still there on September 18th with this refresh. And this is something we rarely, if ever, see with credit card refreshes. So that is big news. And I think it's really important to understand that, yes, while the annual fee went up a little bit, a lot, none of the old benefits have been removed. They have only added new benefits. So let's just go over a couple of the main benefits that you might be using on your Amex Platinum so you can keep those in mind while you're listening to what the new benefits are. You still have your $200 Uber Cash, which comes monthly. You still have your $200 airline fee credit, your Clear Plus credit, your Global Entry or TSA PreCheck credit, and those come every, I think, 4.5 years. You still have lounge access to Centurion lounges. You have a Priority Pass membership. You get into Delta Sky Clubs when you're flying Delta. You still have Marriott and Hilton Gold status. That $155 Walmart Plus credit is still there. The $100 Saks credit, which comes $50 every 6 months, still there. Equinox credit, still there. All of those protections and warranty extras, all that stuff is still on the card. So when we talk about these new benefits, keep in mind these are all additions. Nothing was taken away.
Okay, so one of the new benefits is a $600 hotel credit that you can use at Amex Fine Hotels and Resorts or the Hotel Collection. Previously, that was $200 annually. Now you have it $600. That's broken up into two $300 credits. Get those every 6 months. And remember, just a couple weeks ago, Amex added over 400 new properties to this collection, so there's over 3,000 hotels to choose from. You'll need to book at amextravel.com, but these nights come with free breakfast, credits, late checkout, and more, and now you have $600 to use every year.
That's pretty incredible. I've really enjoyed this program as much as I sometimes can't find what I'm looking for. When I do find what I'm looking for, it's perfect. If you remember, I used this program to book 2 nights at a hotel in Frankfurt, one on my husband's card and one on my card, and we got free breakfast every day. We had that $100 food and beverage credit, which paid for dinner. The fact that they've not only just increased it, yes, it's broken into 2, 6-month chunks, but it's more than it was before. So this one I'm excited about. So
yeah, that's an easy win for anyone that has this card.
Absolutely. So the next big addition that we're going to talk about is a Resy credit of $400. And Resy is a dining platform. It works with over 10,000 restaurants. And this is broken down into $100 per quarter. Now, you do not need to book through Resy, which is really nice. You just use your Platinum card at a Resy restaurant, and you will get a $100 credit every quarter. So this is as good as a free dinner every quarter. Now, if you live in a big city, you're probably going to have more options. And I looked on the platform, and even living in the suburbs, I live in Dublin, Ohio, there were a handful of restaurants on this Resy platform that I could use. So that's a dinner out for my family once a quarter. Or this is great if you're traveling in the US. You're probably going to go out to eat more often than you do at home. Look up a Resy restaurant where you're headed. Just use your card to pay, and you'll get that $100 statement credit every quarter. So I think this one is more exciting. The more I look at it, I was more excited about it. You do need to have eligible purchases, so no gift cards and no merchandise. And it works at U.S. restaurants that partner with Resy. So just go onto the Resy app and type in where you are and see what's available. A second part of this is called Platinum Nights by Resy. And this is something I personally am not excited about, but there are a lot of people who are going to think this is really cool. In New York, Los Angeles, and Miami, Platinum Nights by Resy gets you exclusive access to select Resy restaurants on certain nights of the week. So if you are a big foodie, you live in those 3 major cities, this could be a really fun benefit. Also to pair with that $100 quarterly statement credit.
Nice. All right. Well, let's move on to the digital entertainment credit. This is now up to $300. So previously it was $20 per month. Now it is $25, and it now includes YouTube TV, YouTube Premium, and Paramount Plus. And again, Still includes all the other ones, including the Disney Plus bundle, but now you have even more to spend every month.
Nice, nice. It's always good to just have, more of that same benefit. So that's great to see. So the next credit we're going to talk about is one of my favorites. It is a $300 Lululemon credit, and this is $75 per quarter. For me, this is as good as cash. I'm a suburban mom. I shop at Lululemon. Like this is stuff I'm going to buy anyways. So I'm really excited about this one. And it's very similar to that Saks credit. And one of the criticisms of that Saks credit is it's a very high-end store, and that credit is $50. What can you buy at Saks for $50? Well, there are some things, sure. But this is $75. And while Lululemon is a high-end store, it's still reasonably priced. I mean, you can get some good stuff for $75 or just a little bit over it. My very favorite travel pants that I wear every time I'm on a plane are from Lululemon. They were $98. So with this credit, that makes those like almost free. I just bought my daughter a new backpack for school at Lululemon. It was $78. So you could refresh your kid's backpack and spend $3 out of pocket. Even if you are not a big Lulu shopper, you're going to be able to find a lot of good stuff to get some value out of this credit. I just wrote a post for upgradedpoints.com where I list about 20 items that are all under $100. Most of them are under $75, including stuff like an insulated mug, bags, different types of bags. There's a toiletry kit. They have socks, they have hats, gloves. So there's a lot that you can get if you're not into leggings. Like, it's way more than just leggings. So I think this is one, for fans of Lululemon, this is an easy win. For someone who might not be a Lululemon shopper, you're still going to be able to get some credit or some benefit from this. And, if you really can't find anything, buy some gifts for other people. But I'm excited about this one. I already have a list of stuff. Katie. Yeah, I have a list of stuff that I've been meaning to buy. And I'm like,
drop it in the show notes.
Yeah, I'm going to buy it. I'm not waiting anymore. So this one's great. I'm excited.
All right, here's another new credit we didn't see before. This one is the $200 Aura Ring credit. For those who are not familiar, the Aura Ring is a sleek, wearable sleep and activity tracker that's gained a huge following for its deep health and wellness insights. The credit applies to the device only when you purchase at auraring.com. Each calendar year and enrollment is required. So I just jumped on the website real quick, and the cheapest ring is $349, and then a prepaid membership for 1 year is $70. So you're not going to be getting a free ring out of it, but you will get a solid discount, a $200 discount. And the people that have these rings absolutely love them.
Yeah, I don't have one, but might be worth looking into now.
Maybe you will soon.
We'll see. I'll wear it to Lululemon to do some shopping. Okay, next credit we're talking about is an Uber One credit worth $120. And what I love about this is, on its own, okay, fine, an Uber One credit, that's handy sometimes, but you still have that $200 of Uber Cash that was available before. And this Uber One credit just makes that Uber Cash more valuable. Yeah. When you have Uber One, that membership, you're going to get discounts on your rides. And then what I really like about it is, I do use ride shares, but not all the time. I live in the suburbs. I have a car. So if I'm not traveling, I'm not using that. But I do an Uber Eats order every month to use up all my credits. So now with that Uber One membership, if you're doing Uber Eats, you've got free delivery and reduced fees, which makes, it makes a big difference. Those fees add up. So that really makes that $200 credit that we already had so much more valuable. So I love this as just a nice little add-on to give this card even more value.
Yeah, that it really stretches those credits you had before.
So it pairs cool. Really nicely.
Good. All right, here's another new one. This is another Hotel Elite status. You will get Leading Hotels of the World Leaders Club Sterling status. Now, full disclosure, I did not know much about this program until this episode. I went and did a bunch of research, and it is actually pretty good. So for those not familiar, Leading Hotels of the World is a collection of 400 independent luxury properties. Leading Hotels of the World, they value this status at over $2,000. So take that with a grain of salt.
I
But
don't know
yeah,
about that, but
they
we'll see.
I went into the fine print and I'll bring it up, but they broke down how they got that $2,000, and it was
Okay.
based on two people staying. It wasn't very many nights, but obviously their number could be higher than ours. But
Perhaps.
perhaps Sterling status comes with upgrades at arrival, breakfast for two, early check-in and early check-out, free Wi-Fi, 6 rental car platinum status, 5 pre-arrival upgrades annually. So kind of sounds similar to what was Hyatt upgrades that you can apply in advance, and then a 5% stay bonus. So I mean that's pretty good for just really extra credits. Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be nice to see as we all sort of get more familiar with that program, how valuable that status is, and maybe we'll have some new cool hotels to try out.
Yeah. All right. Well, that is it for the new credits. Let's take a break and we will jump back in to see how this card compares to the competitors.
Welcome back. So this year has been absolutely crazy for premium card updates and debuts. I don't think we've ever seen this many either new cards or refreshed cards. So it's been a busy year for us, but a really exciting year in the points and miles world. So let's talk about how this newly refreshed Amex Platinum card compares to some of its competitors, some of the other ultra premium cards on the market. Chris, why don't you start us off with the most recent refresh, and it's probably the Amex Platinum's most similar competitor.
Yeah, so that would be the new Chase Sapphire Reserve credit card, and that just got a boost in its annual fee as well. That is now $795. So compared to the Amex Platinum, which is $895, Amex Platinum is $100 more expensive. So let's see how those stack up now that Amex is more expensive. The Chase credits that come with the card are valued at $2,700. Amex gets $3,500. So for that extra $100 in annual fee, you're getting $800 more in value if you use all the credits. Reserve has the very easy to use $300 travel credit, while Amex has the $200 annual fee airline fee credit. So maybe a little advantage to Chase there. Chase has the Edit, which is $500 broken up into two $250 credits, and that's for the Edit hotel collection, where American Express has now $600 for fine hotels and resorts and the hotel collection. So maybe a little bit of edge there to American Express. This is where it gets a little bit fuzzier depending if you use all the credits. The Sapphire Reserve has the DoorDash, which comes with the Dash Pass and $25 monthly credits broken into $5, $10, and $10 credits, and plus has Lyft credits for $10 a month versus Uber One, which is $15 a month. It's kind of a wash there. Depends if and how you use those credits, but Katie, you like your Uber credits, so that's maybe a little leaning towards Amex there.
You can use those for Uber Eats, which I think makes them a little bit easier to use. I mean, Chase's Lyft credit is great, but the Uber one is nice if you can't actually use a rideshare, that you can use it for Uber Eats.
All right, that's a good point. Chase has $250 annually for Apple Music and Apple Streaming, where Amex now has $300 digital credit, which has more options there. So for me, that's Amex. And then finally, Chase has $300 for dining with Sapphire Reserve exclusive tables. These are just harder to use than Amex's Resi credits, as Katie went over earlier. You don't really have to do anything. Just swipe your card at an eligible Resi restaurant, and you're going to get your credit.
Yeah, it's a lot to think about there, and I think we're probably going to go real deep on a future episode comparing those two cards, because both of them are in the news just all the time these days.
Yeah.
So the other card we wanted to compare the Amex Platinum to is the Citi Strata Elite, and really to a point, you almost can't compare them because the Citi Strata Elite, which was just introduced, has an annual fee of $595, which generally would put it in the ultra premium range. But now with these, almost 700 and up annual fees, $5.95 seems
We're
like,
becoming numb.
yeah, it seems moderate. So, but it is still kind of Citi's high end version. So we do want to just talk about it briefly. And so the annual fee is $300 less than Amex Platinum. So they're starting out way lower. They do have a hotel discount. It's or a credit. It's $300. You do have to book 2 nights or more, and it's for any hotel booked through Citi Travel. So I don't love the 2-night minimum, but if you are maybe interested in booking a lower priced hotel, you might have better luck with Citi Travel because that Amex credit is limited to fine hotels and resorts. And while you can often find some very reasonably priced hotels, it can be difficult. I
Yeah,
mean,
those are nice hotels.
yeah, and it's great, but they can get kind of pricey. So I think maybe for a more budget conscious traveler, the Citi credit might be easier to use. After that, the Citi Strata Elite card really kind of offers unique benefits, whereas with the Sapphire Reserve and the Amex Platinum, we can almost, just line item compare them because they're very similar in some aspects. The Citi card just throws in some really unique benefits. So there's the $200 splurge credit, which you can use at Best Buy, American Airlines, Live Nation, First Dibs, and Future Personal Training. So for me, I would use that on American Airlines. That's as good as cash. I could see maybe a world in which some people really don't shop at any of those, but Best Buy sells a lot. Kristen mentioned,
Get some gift
headphones and
cards.
things like that. So I think that that's a fun credit and it's unique. So I do enjoy that. There's a $200 Black Lane credit, and this is $100 every 6 months. And this is a high-end chauffeur service. And we discussed this in depth on our Citi Strata Elite episode. And it's one of those where, it's going to be more expensive than getting an Uber, but you do get a higher level of service. You get, we think, the guy there with the card at the airport with your name on it. So, that could be kind of a fun perk to use. And then the other really unique thing about the Citi Strata Elite card is it earns 12 points per dollar on hotels, car rentals, and attractions booked through Citi Travel. And that's the highest among any of these. And specifically, we talked about it for as a great card to use to book theme park tickets. Chris and I were just at Disney, and you can book your Disney tickets or your Universal Halloween Horror Night tickets through Citi Travel, and you're earning 12 points per dollar, which is a really, really nice return on investment. So, there's none of these cards is perfect for every person. None of them is the one for every single person out there, but all of them have some really nice benefits. And you're just going to have to kind of look and see which one fits in better with your travel and lifestyle situation.
Yeah, I'm excited. We'll do a full breakdown in a future episode of these cards, and we're really just comparing the credits here. We didn't even dive into the lounges, which is arguably the most valuable benefit. But Katie, let's wrap it up. What do you think of the refresh of the Amex Platinum card?
So I was nervous. I know we talked about sort of our predictions on one episode, and I do have to ring my bell. I got the annual fee prediction right. I'm glad it didn't go higher than $8.95. I gotta say, I think it's a slam dunk for this Amex Platinum card. I have had a love-hate relationship with this card over the years. Some years I'm like, it's too much work. Lately, I've really gotten a lot of value out of it. And as we talked about before, none of those benefits have been taken away. It's only gotten better. And yes, they raised the price $200. I can make more than that up with that Lululemon credit. Not to mention the $600 fine hotels and resorts and hotel collection credit.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been using that, and it's increased from $200 to $600. I mean, come on. This card just, I'm very excited about it. It's giving me the warm, fuzzy feelings. And I'm really excited to see these benefits in action. And I think it's really offering a lot of value for a lot of people. And I'm excited about it. What do you think? Are you into this card?
I am. I mean, this is relatively good news. I get it. Nobody wants to pay more annual fees.
Absolutely.
But the card continues to provide outsized value, and nothing is going away. And card members are only getting more benefits. So it's a win. Unfortunately, we have a $895 card that, like you said, is a slam dunk.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think we would all love this card to go back to when it was, around $400, but that's just not the world we live in. And so I'm pretty happy with it. I'm keeping it in my wallet.
Good. All right. Well, let's move on to some reader questions. We actually got this in our email, and this one comes from Linda. And she says, "Hi, love your podcast." Thank you.
Thanks, Linda.
I'm a longtime Southwest Rapid Rewards member. I just referred my husband for the card and bonus offer and going for the companion pass. At your suggestion, we will consider meeting the spend sooner than later to earn the companion pass. He will be the one to earn it, but can he transfer those points to me, or does he have to be the one to earn it? Also, I have the priority card, which is better for booking seats, and he has the plus. Should he upgrade to the priority card and me downgrade since he will be earning the companion pass? I know that's all confusing, but we want to do this right. Also, if he earns some referral points, will those count towards companion pass? Whew. Well, Katie, you are the resident expert, so I will let you answer that one.
Yeah. Okay, Linda. I hope I don't forget any of your questions. So first, no, your husband cannot transfer his rapid reward points to you. And you won't want to do that anyways. If he is the one with the companion pass, you are going to need to book all of your tickets through his account. And you're going to want to use those points to book tickets through his account, because you can book a ticket with your points and then add the companion. So that's the way to do it. You can generally not upgrade a card within the first year. It sounds like you just referred him. So I would just leave your cards as is. Yes, the priority card has slightly better seating benefit, but it's going to be more important to book those flights from his account with the companion pass. And the plus card that he has still has, you can pick the standard seats 48 hours ahead of time. And that's generally going to get you a decent seat. Keep in mind that standard and preferred seats are the exact same seat. It's just a different location in the plane. So the priority card that I believe you have would get you the priority seats, or what, I forget what they're called. I just blanked on that. The fancier seats, same seat,
Yep.
different location. Whereas the plus card gets you the standard seat. So the standard seat is in the back. The priority seat is just a little bit further than that. So you'll be like in the middle.
No
of the
extra
plane.
leg room or anything
No
like
extra
that.
leg
Just
room.
location.
Exactly. So those seats are the same. So I wouldn't probably worry about that. With his card, you're still going to be able to choose, two seats together, aisles, window and aisle, whatever you want. You're not going to end up in a middle seat. So I wouldn't worry about that too much. And then for your referral question, yes, referral points do count towards the companion pass. Now, since you already have a consumer card, he will not be able to refer you to a consumer card because you can only have one of those at a time. So if you happen to have a small business or a side hustle, even, something small, you can apply for a business card through his referral, or he can refer friends and family, anyone else you might know, and those points will count towards the companion pass. So I would say don't worry about the credit cards, leave them as is, leave all the points in your husband's account because you'll want to use those with the companion pass. And I hope you enjoy that pass. It's really valuable. I've enjoyed using it over the years, and let us know where you end up going with that. It's yeah. So thanks for writing in. I appreciate it.
No, that was a great question.
Yeah. I hope I didn't forget any part of it. I probably should have.
Well,
made some.
We'll drop it in the show
points.
notes if we see something, or
Absolutely.
comment on YouTube.
Or send us another email.
Yeah.
If I forgot something.
Speaking of forgetting, don't forget to enter our Walt Disney World Resort giveaway. You have until September 30th. And just to remind you, this is you can win, one grand prize winner will win a trip for them and 3 guests, so 4 people total, to Walt Disney World in Orlando, Florida, with flights, hotels, park tickets with park hopper option, gift cards, and more included. It is easy. It is free to enter. For your chance to win, go to upgradedpoints.com and search for Magic in the Air.
Sounds great. And while you're there, make sure you are liking and subscribing wherever you're watching or listening to this. And if you have questions, and Linda, if I left out part of your question, You can reach us at podcast@upgradedpoints.com, and we will get back to you and hopefully answer your question on a future episode. We'll see you next week.